kind of feeling.
You were wearing gloves too?
It feels like it's a little bit tight, you know.
Tim is worried that people could use his hands, zoom in, take the fingerprint, and identify
I
him.
know, right?
Got it. You're worried about detective. Huh?
By the way, who's speaking?
It's the last she's editing.
I was about like, is there a ghost around here that I haven't heard about?
Never. I don't know.
Well, it's really warm inside of this thing, so
Mhm.
You ready?
yeah, we're ready.
As always.
Is this the right angle? What are you touching?
Welcome back, and now it's time for our part 2 where we'll be discussing media trends. Every week we talk about a different media trend, and we have our live show with Talk and Talk. With me sure we have Dennis and Tim. How are you guys doing?
Woo! Thank you for having us. Wait a minute. I can smell some chicken, right?
Well, turkey. Yeah, for listeners who don't know, it was American Thanksgiving from the past week. So Tim is coming in his turkey outfit today.
Oh my god. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Sunday chicken grill time.
It's
Let's
turkey.
go.
So do you guys celebrate the American Thanksgiving?
Actually, I don't care about
Yeah, me too.
American Thanksgiving Day. All right, it's only team. All right.
Shame on both of you. I'm
Shame on both
sorry.
of us.
Yes.
Shame on you.
What do you mean shame on me? I celebrate our proud traditional day in our church while sharing actual turkey, not my own flesh, by the way. I'm just saying, with some nice gravy and some pumpkin pie on the side.
But you
It's
know
very
that
nice.
since I started the show with James, I decided to stand on the British side. So
How dare you?
Well, you've got the Australian, right? So,
of course,
So Australia, there would be no Thanksgiving.
yeah, right.
In Britain, we have no Thanksgiving.
Well, I'll have you know, this actual holiday started from your people, James. Remember who were the Protestants who went all over where, America and celebrated this great holiday with Native Americans?
No, we gave them up as a bad job a long time ago.
Oh, listen to that, American audience.
So what's up, guys? Yeah, the number of COVID-19 is
Yeah, it's,
rising.
It's skyrocketing. It's a little.
Yeah,
a little
you're
worrying.
right. You're right. It's skyrocketing.
Way to slam
I'm
the
so
atmosphere, my friend. We're just, cheering and happy about, celebrating Thanksgiving, and you're like, oh, you guys heard about the numbers of COVID-19? It rose up really high recently. We should be all worried about ourselves and never go outside and socialize.
Hey, you had a program over like radioactive.
No, that's how you sounded like, depressing down on this great holiday spirit.
Wow, really nice opening of Sunday morning. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's get into today's topic. Okay, so today we're going to talk about SNS platforms for GFN. So GFN does use some SNS platforms for publicity, such as FBook and NoTube. And as you guys know, our Talk and Talk segment does air on FBook and NoTube as a live show. So GFN has its own page and channel on FBook and NoTube. And GFN also has an iGram account too. It seems that GFN does take advantage of SNS platforms well. What SNS do you guys use?
Well, I have a kind of Instagram.
Yeah, iGram. I think.
iGram.
iGram we're going with.
And
what is that? Ice cream? Is there some kind of ice cream?
How did you know that? Popsicle. Popsicle gram. And Y2. Yeah, that's it. I had F book, but maybe for 6 or 7 years I haven't used it because there were too much ad and campaign, so I didn't really like it, and there are many spams.
Which one?
Fbook.
F-book.
Fbook.
What does it sound like a curse word?
No.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
But I'm always thankful for the Fbook because actually, that connected my wife and I.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm really, really thankful. And that after that, I have never used FBook.
Yeah, it's like you have done your service.
Uh,
You got me my wife, and I am done with that. I am done with
uh,
socializing through your platform. Thank you for your
not any,
service.
yeah, it's
Ciao
kind of
ciao
useless
now.
anymore. Okay, I don't need it.
Wow.
I'm kind of similar to you, Dennis. I had the FBook account for a long time,
Mm,
almost even since it really started.
yeah. Mhm.
But for the last 4 5 years, I almost don't ever turn it on anymore.
Mhm. What makes you like that? So that's to me, it's too much, too many advertisements and
Um,
some spams.
yeah, there is that. There's a lot of that.
Hmm.
But I mean, the main thing for me was the depressing nature of reading
Uh,
people's opinions on
mm,
things.
hmm.
Um, I've so many times in the like before stopped using it, I'd find myself writing a
Uh,
reply,
mm.
some somebody, even though my friends or friend of a friend or whatever,
Yeah, friend
right,
of friend. Yeah, that's the problem.
writing something, and I'd find myself writing out a reply saying this is wrong because blah blah blah,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then I just realized it's not worth the problem, the aggravation,
Hmm.
so I just delete and
Yeah.
move on with my life. But I found myself doing that so often. It's
Mhm.
like, why am I looking at it? Just stop looking.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the point. I I just suddenly realized, oh, what I'm doing now on Fbook, oh, is it wrong? Is it kind of worthy? So just I could. How about you, team?
Okay, you guys are actually, speaking about this very politely, but in a nutshell, you guys are just saying, it's just too bothersome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just
Right?
it wasn't an enjoyable thing. It was I ended up scrolling through and
That's
just
right.
getting, oh God, not this person saying
Mm.
this thing. Oh, how can you be so stupid to think that?
Mhm.
And it wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't in any way beneficial to me. So I just stopped.
Yeah, the more we ride, and the more stress, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yes, who cares about someone else's opinions, right? Humanity. There's so many stupid people out there. But anyway, I kind of get the
You have
gesture too.
account.
I do actually, I also made it back in, when was it, like before 2010,
Mhm.
and how
Before
should I say?
2010, now it's 2020.
I
Okay.
know, right? It's been a while, and I had it like a really long time. It's just that I
jeez,
log in like once in a
Ah.
I
while.
think I made mine in like 2002, 2003.
Mm.
Damn, I was in elementary school back then.
So, a millionaire? Okay, you're not. Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, I don't really use them a lot. I mean, I guess I'm just like you guys, but I didn't actually, in the first place, I didn't really even bother to reply to everyone.
Mm.
Yeah, that was just me. I was like, okay, guys, I'll just let you know, I will agree to be friends with you on Fbook, but that does not mean it's gonna guarantee my replies.
Mm.
Mhm.
So expect nothing from me, and they still send me a bunch of requests.
Hey.
Yeah, that's another thing with FBook that happens a lot is you get a lot of friend requests from random people
Uh, ah,
that you like. I've no idea who this person is.
that's so bothering thing.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
don't
about the
recognize.
algorithm? It's
Yeah,
like they search your history, like your search history, and then they start recommending people who might share same hobbies or things like that. And you're like, who are these random people getting,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
requests by me? I was like, just forget about them. And then they start piling up, and you don't care.
It's really beneficial for kind of the company or for promotion, right? For individuals, it's a little bit on the other side, right? So really, yeah, I don't like it, the kind of thing.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, the other thing I don't like is
Mm.
the data gathering that
Yeah.
goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that everywhere?
Yes, it is everywhere, but I mean, it's especially prevalent on SNS,
Hmm.
right?
I
And
mean,
FBook is famous for it too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
so is
It
the
used to
search
be, right?
engines.
Yes, but I mean, also I can't really get away from those.
Oh, you're
Right?
right.
But
Absolutely.
there is search engines you can use to that say they don't gather the data. I mean, I
Mm.
guess I don't know that's true or not, but they say they don't.
I
Mm.
think
Ah,
maybe Korean search engines don't really do that because I never actually had a recommendation popping up for me ever
I
in
think
Korean search engines for some reason. Not like,
I think they
the
probably do.
really.
probably
Yeah,
do.
I think they probably do.
Huh.
I'd be very very surprised if they don't.
I mean, I
Ah,
think they just limit they're limited as features. I'm not saying it's because they're nice. I think it's because of their limited features.
They look nice, but it just once we are a little hooked, right? We can avoid, we cannot escape from anywhere, just any searching engine.
There's always way, my friend. Just change your VPN address.
It's kind of the technical word.
What? Come on, everybody's doing that nowadays,
VPN, yeah, I
right?
know VPN.
Right? You did too, right, James?
Um, I
It's too complicated.
my,
What
my,
do you
my
mean by that?
yeah.
Go to this place and just change your
I mean,
VPN.
sure, nowadays they're actually offering, legal services for the VPN addresses and changes, for the similar reasons, for the security and all that. But
Okay, let's come back to that. But we've got our song break coming up.
All right,
And,
by
it's Dennis's choice.
Beyonce, Love and Tile. Let's go, let's go.
nah,
There's definitely a Dennis song.
true.
Okay, here you go.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, I get it. By the way, why this suit is so tight? It was so comfortable last year, but
I think
have I grown?
yeah, I think we're being a bit negative. We've got to be a bit more positive, I think, about GFN's ability to reach people.
I got it. Got it.
I thought that being negative was my job.
Not that negative.
You know why? Because you got over the glove handles. You know
Yeah, I guess I got a little taller.
why?
You ready to start?
Yeah,
again?
we're ready.
Okay, so let's keep talking about today's topic. So we've been very negative so far about our personal use, but we're here to talk about GFN and their use
Oh,
of
GFN
SNS.
has always, positive things. Man, a lot of positive things.
You just shake hands.
So, what do you think about GFN's use of Fbook and NoTube and the iGram?
Or this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they do use the
Bluebird.
the Bluebird. Actually, I don't know if they do.
Bluebird.
I should check that. I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah, that's like the thing. I was actually surprised, they
Mm.
didn't really advertise about that. I was like, huh. So we don't have Bluebird. We don't
Well,
have cages around here.
First
So
of
you
all,
guys got a turkey, but not Bluebird.
oh, turkey. That'll be a good symbol.
No, I'm not gonna deliver news or
Replacement.
anything. You're not gonna. You guys are not charging me now for that. Okay, so let's talk about it. I don't think AppBook is actually a very effective method of spreading information. I mean, actually, it's kind of, how should I say? It's a little bit complicated. You see,
Mhm.
so in Guangzhou community,
Mhm.
AppBook has been actually very useful for a lot
Yes.
of foreigners and also for people in Guangzhou who actually speaks English,
Mm.
Mhm.
because they have a lot of communities. For example, like there's a restaurant community where you can actually get a lot of information about
Yeah.
the restaurant and the
Mm.
events that are happening in there.
Mm.
In particular, I'm not going to mention any name because I'm not going to advertise their restaurant in particular, but that's what usually happens. And they don't usually, post it on a Bluebird or N2 because they don't have
Yeah.
channel for it.
Mhm.
So I can see the use of the app book still. But at the
Mhm.
same time, if you're trying to reach a younger audience, I think we had to change our tactics.
Mhm. Mhm. Hey, why does GFN need kind of that kind of social media? Because we need more listenership of a young generation, right? So just I checked the kind of the comments board on the website of GFNs. Not many people there, so I know. So that's why GFN just is kind of handling some social media platforms. It's sort of Facebook and YTube, you're streaming with us, and I don't know the Bluebird, the Instagram, right? But these days I feel like that's I don't know just but Instagram in Guangzhou in Korea is a little more popular, right? Because just one or two couple of pictures, a little short video clips. So that's the clue. It's kind of short video clips that
Mhm.
will be a kind of new trend on social media platforms. So, and the new, very famous TikTok, kind of like it.
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok. We're going with TikTok.
Can you say like that? Okay.
Well, just T.
Okay, TikTok. All right. So, just why don't GFN just make like a tick so short video clips and very funny or it's very educational or very useful thing, and then you will spread so widely. No.
Mhm. So you think we should try to go the viral
Of course.
market?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
you're
we should
right.
try to make
You're
some
right.
viral video
Hmm.
that gets spread
GFN
like
has
that.
always good content, so we need some more gates,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
I mean, that's the
Tell
only.
us, negative guy. Go ahead.
Well, now, who are you calling me negative, sir? I'll have to remind you that today's show is starting bright and positive by my
You're
own
sorry.
initiation, and then you're the one who brought a very negative and depressing news to ruin the mood. But okay, I'll give you some feedback and a little bit of a criticisms. First of all, I like to say, well, the YTube is really, wide use platform for many people out there,
Uh-huh.
especially to reach out to many global audience.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's quite useful, but at the same time, they have a critical, how should
Critical
I
what?
say, critical weakness.
Critical witness?
So we're trying to spread our, existence of GFN to the other world, right?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing: YT does not really support live conversation or communications.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I mean, even streaming has like a limited features compared to Fbook and the Bluebird, right?
Hmm.
So on that part, I'm not sure if unless we can like pull off some kind of, advertising deal with the YT company. I don't think we can actually pull up a very active and actually useful advertisement for GFN.
Yeah, uh, I think the issue with NoTube is that if you don't search for it, you won't find it,
Yeah.
right? Because the videos it recommends are always based on the previous videos you watched,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So unless the person goes out of their way to find GFN,
Mhm.
they won't find it,
Ah.
right?
Mhm.
So it's a worry about its effectiveness for bringing in new listeners
Mhm.
because a listener is new
Mhm.
by definition has never searched for GFN before, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
I mean, it's good, and I mean, it doesn't really cost anything. It doesn't really create
Mhm.
much extra work to make the videos because all we do is set the computer up and press record, right? So, I mean, it's a good thing to do,
Mhm.
but I worry about its effectiveness to bring in new listeners.
Yeah, that's my
Mm.
point. That's when it comes to Apple or Bluebird, they have a
Mhm.
much more effective side on that. I mean, these likewise don't cost much to
Mhm.
just make an announcement or things like that.
You're
But
right.
if you're actually living in this city, and if you're trying to type in something about this city,
Mhm.
there's a more possibility on Apple or Bluebird or some of the other platform that you're likely to actually chance upon GFN.
Mhm.
So in that regard, I would suggest the other platform other than YTube or video, how should I say, main operating platforms. For
Mhm.
advertisement purpose, of course. I mean, if you can actually pull up a deal with that company, great for you. I just don't have that confidence in this company to actually pull that off.
Well, I mean, it just takes a lot of money, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Money
saying.
solves any
So
problem.
this is always the problem.
Yeah.
To get more listeners for GFN, I think we just need a little casual work or part timer to just leave a little comment on each kind of the very famous restaurant Instagram or it's on F book, right? So that's moves and that's is connected to other accounts. Okay, maybe will be a little bit. Yeah, I know that it will be beneficial, useful.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about hiring some common part timers?
Not that that the mini just or just GF instead they just work on that. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what you're talking
Mhm.
about, though. Like, let's go to the famous restaurant website where you're
Yeah.
supposed to, leave some reviews, and you just goes like, "The food was great." By the way, guys, have you heard about GFN? We're the English radio
No,
studio
no,
located in Guangzhou. You guys should check it out. Totally.
no.
I
In
mean, the
this
food was
city,
great here, but
just leave a comment in English. Leave a comment in English.
like
So
what?
Korean people are really interested in learning English. I know. So if we leave an English kind of comment, oh, what's that? Oh, it's GFN. Okay, they go there.
That's like somebody leaving an advertisement for some, online lessons on the restaurant review website.
Your
Yeah.
GFN
Get it?
actually is English, right?
Okay, I don't think that's really great tactics. A lot of people actually ignore those, from my
Oh yeah,
experience.
I would say most of those would get ignored.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. See, for some time. For once in a while, we agree on something, eh? Hey, I'm sorry, Dennis, but that sounds like a terrible idea.
Mm. Mm, mm.
I tell you, I think that would even discourage me.
Thank you.
Ah.
See?
I went overboard. Sorry.
No, it's all right. We all know that you're. I don't know about James, so I'm not gonna say anything. But at least we know, Dennis, you're not so well versed in this social network society. It's a dangerous world out there, and I know you're still kind of, newbie compared to the other millennials. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
understand.
Got it.
Hmm. Isn't that right, James?
Don't push him too much.
You're a veteran, right? We're on the
I mean-
same page here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really use social media that much, but yeah, I mean, it is a very difficult thing to navigate. I think
Oh, yeah.
do right.
Or do you have any idea to how the GFN just can spread the listenerships on social media platform? Any idea?
I mean, I just gave some ideas, rather than using a video main streaming platform, how about just using the regular one? Apple is still somewhat useful in the Gwangju community itself, not as a global wise, but there you go.
Yeah, so I think we've got some more discussions to do because I don't think we've solved the problem today.
Nah.
Next time.
Okay, so unfortunately, we have run out of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was all
Already.
for our Talk and Talk segment with Tim and Dennis discussing media trends. Thanks for coming in, guys.
always thank you for having us. We were really, really happy to see kind of Turkey, the kind of
Stop
uniform.
touching me.
Okay, so we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, see you again next week. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Enjoy your holiday.
Nice.
I am this thing. Actually, I don't have time to change because I have to translate right away.
Take care, my Take care, my bro.
Yeah.
Take care. Take care.
Yeah.
See you next
Bye,
week.
bye.
So how are we gonna do this, eh?